Hello, I'm going to teach you a little bit of LightBurn here so that you can start to design some of your own projects for laser cutting. So this is a LightBurn software. When you open it up, it'll look like this. And the grid area here is the size of the laser cutter bed in the workshop. So 600 millimeters wide, 400 millimeters tall. That's its absolute cutting capabilities. So down the side we've got all of your drawing tools. So let's go and have a look at them. So you've got obviously arrow for selecting. You've got drawing lines with a pencil, drawing the shapes. You've got some stuff about editing nodes. You've got adding tabs, which you don't really need to do much. North crosses laser and text. And this is all about the laser position, which you don't need. And this one should be our ruler for shape measurements. Anyway, let's go and draw a shape. So click, drag, draw. And there's your shape. And it tells you exactly where it is on the grid. So it's 46 millimeters along the x-axis and 36 millimeters down on the y-axis. So to that green point there. Okay. And currently the width of my rectangle or square is 125 and the height is 110. So if I want to adjust it, I can go, I want it to be 200. I'll go to 200. This padlock can be helpful as well. So if I lock it, I want to keep it in that same aspect ratio. And if I change this back down to 100, it'll also adjust the height by the same amount. So there's a square. I'm going to unlock it. There is my arrow. I get these options. So obviously I can drag it bigger, drag it smaller. I can rotate it. Okay. And also do this with it to make it into like a parallelogram. Right, so what if I want to do another shape? So I'm going to draw a circle now. And then I'll pick my arrow. I'm going to move my circle so it goes inside of my rectangle like this. Okay. I can zoom in using the wheel on the mouse. And when I've got two shapes, I can start to do things like using the functions down here. So I've got weld, so that joins multiple shapes together. I've got union, Boolean union, which will bring two shapes together. So let's try that, see what happens. So if I do a Boolean union, I click away, you can see it's actually made a circle and a rectangle all one shape. So let's go back. Let's go back again. We've got the subtract tool, Boolean subtract, so it'll take one shape away from another. So boom, takes a rectangle away from the square. It takes a circle away from the square. That's because the circle was put on second. And the last one, the intersect of the two, so it should pick this semicircle out hopefully. So boom, there's your semicircle. Okay, so that's really like the basic sort of tools that become useful. So let's say I was drawing, let's go back to the beginning. I'll just delete it. See if I wanted to draw a circle face, and I wanted to put in some circular eyes. And then I thought, okay, let's join three shapes together and show you what the weld thing does. So if I hold shift, I can pick, please pick my arrow tool first. Pick multiple shapes. If I go to weld, it'll join all three together. Doesn't really look like much there, but let's do it like so. So let's move. Hang on, undo it again. So it becomes into back to one. If I put like that there, I'll move that on there. I'll pick all three, weld them together. You can see how you've got this funny one shape now. Okay, let's pick them all and delete them. So that's playing with those tools. Obviously you've got text tool. I don't think you need much help with that. So hello. And then you can play around with the fonts. Ooh. Let's find something else like that. And you can play around with the height of it and spacing between the letters. All well and good. Fantastic. So my arrow. So keep remembering to pick my arrow. Delete those. Another tool that's really helpful is if you've got multiple shapes and you want them all to align, then you can do things like on the top here, you can align them all along the one top edge so they all jump together like so. Or we could align them all down the bottom edges, or we could align them all through their centers. Okay, or we could align them all to the left edge, all to the right edge, or centralize them all vertically. So those tools. Let's try and do something where we need to measure. So options when you want to measure is if I draw, let's draw a square. So let's make it 100 by 100, and that's how I want it to be. And then I want to put a circle inside of here. So here's my circle. I'll hold shift, keep it perfect. I'm going to pick that. And I want that circle to be exactly 20 millimeters in from this side here. Okay. How do I do that? How do I know that's exactly 20 millimeters? Well, if I pick here, I can see the X position is 40. So I need the X position of the center of my rectangle, of the edge of my rectangle, to also be at 60. So I could move that up to 60. Now I know it's exactly 20 millimeters in from the side there. I could draw another rectangle, make that rectangle be 20, bring it over, and I could align it with, actually first what I'll do is I'll just move the circle out of the way, and then I could align those two rectangles on that edge. I could move that up so it's touching that way. Yeah, don't know then it's also 20 millimeters away. And then I could say I don't need that now, it's just measuring, so I've got rid of it. Okay, so that's how I can space some certain things out like that. What about if I want to cut a hole exactly in the middle of this shape as well? So I can pick my two shapes, can align them vertically in the middle, and then align them horizontally in the middle. And now that circle is perfectly in the middle of that square. And then if I was to union them, make that, sorry, not union. I want to subtract my circle, so I want to cut it out. And now it'll become one shape. But did it right? No, I didn't do it. My circle. I should be able to subtract it. There we go. Now it's become one shape. So that's done. Let's do one other thing. So at the moment, everything here is black. So everything that's outlined black, you can see it's got one job here. So I'm just going to say, for example, I want the black to be my cutting, but I want to add some text. So let's add some text inside my box. Let's call it example. In this really bizarre font. I'm going to then change the font. Go for something more straightforward to see. I'm going to shrink down my font size. Pick my arrow. I'm going to put it in the middle vertically. There we go. But I don't want to cut out the word example. I want to etch it. So I can come down the bottom and I can give it a different colour. Then you can see over here on my cuts and layers, I've now got two different jobs that the laser can do. These are laser jobs, which makes life much easier. So blue could be etching, and black could be cutting. Anything else we should show you quickly? No, I think that's okay for the basics. I'll come back in and I'll show you about looking at nodes and editing them and creating circular arrays on a separate video. But that's just some basics of how to start drawing and measuring items using LightBurn for the laser cutter. Cheers.